when I built this one, I was in deep grief and I couldn't shift the grief.
That's it.
And the grief lasted a long time, long years. And I couldn't, I've come to understand in more recent times that a long time ago I had some head injuries. I got knocked out twice. Once playing football, I crashed into the goalpost and got knocked out. Got sent home 3 days later with concussion, so it was quite severe. 18 months later, I got bashed by some bad guys, and I got knocked out again. I had a fall about 2 years ago, and when they were looking at my brain, they told me, you've had some old injuries. When I got depression from grief, I was put on antidepressants, and I couldn't count. I lost my ability to count, and I couldn't do maths, and I couldn't add up anything, and I couldn't operate any programs. I still don't have a phone because I can't operate things properly. But I built this. And when I built it intuitively.
I was just about to say, how did you build it?
I built it spatially. I built it from the spatial understanding of my brain. And what I did was I calculated I needed this much room to get my welder around, and I used my computer to work out how many.
But you can't work your computer.
Well,
you could.
It was a little bit. I can do a little bit. I couldn't do the actual maths, but I knew the equation for working out the circumference of a circle. And then I divided it by the distance, and it told me how many pieces I needed.
Yeah.
So I figured the longest one had to be able to fit in between that wall and there. And the shortest one needed to be long enough to make a good sound.
Yeah.
And for this hammer to hit it. So it turned out I was so fortunate or intuitive or just lucky, but it meant that the difference between each one was 10 millimeters.
Wow.
And so that meant I started with the longest one, and I just took off 10 mils for the next one, and 10 mils for the next one, and 10 mils for the next, until I ended up with the shortest one. So I put the longest one next to the shortest one.
Yeah.
And then the second longest one next to the second shortest one, and the third longest one next to, and I went around until I used them all up.
Wow. That's incredible.
And I looked at it, and I said, I don't like it.
Oh!
I don't like it. I don't understand the symmetry. I can't understand what I'm seeing. It was confusing to me. And I looked at it for 3 days. I mean, went to bed in between, and then I lived a life, but I kept coming back because I was puzzled. I thought I would have sacred geometry. Intuitively, I thought this has got to be sacred geometry, but I couldn't work it out until I realized the shape is a heart.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a heart.
Yeah. And then I said to myself, if that shape is a heart, if I go to the opposite point, there's another heart. It's the outer heart. So there's an inner heart laying head over head with an outer heart. And I said, that will do me for sacred geometry. A heart within a heart. And they're opposite and balancing. So when I say it entrains the mind, if we drew a diagram of the sounds, let's say we drew a diagram of the long ones, which are the lowest notes, we would get a figure 8. And we draw one of these other ones, we also get a figure 8, but they're going in opposite directions.
Oh, wow.
So you've got one scale is going up and the other scale is going down, and every second note belongs to the opposite pair.
Oh, wow.
So you, as you go up, as you're going up, you're coming down. As you're coming down, you're going up.
Like the waves.
So you can't, nothing can repeat itself, even though it is repeating itself. And I figured, what a beautiful sound model of the creative forces of
The
the universe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What an amazing.
So once I discovered all of that, I was happy.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Thank
And
you.
this, what we've just done, it's enough to heal? Or we need to repeat it or to do it many times? Or?
Well, I'm not making any claims.
No, I mean...
I'm
know,
only
for-
witnessing. I'm
Yeah,
only
Talking
witnessing.
about- yeah, she's talking about her experience now.
Because
She
it
said,
was
"Can I
like,
do
wow,
it again?"
it-
Because for her,
Would you like some more?
yeah, she probably
Because
does.
I'm grieving my dad and my health and my whole life, and it was the first song put down, and I have like tears coming down here. Like I say, no, I'm going to cry. Like it was really
Deep for you.
sadness inside of me.
You
going
can
out.
try. You can sit
Grief.
down and do it again.
Yeah, oh, the
it's
grief.
grief.
Completely was
Like
coming
you.
from the grief.
That's
Yeah.
how you built
Yeah,
it for.
yeah,
For
yeah.
grief.
Let's have another ride then.
Yeah,
shall we?
another ride. Let's have another ride.